From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 12, fellas, here we go.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here we go,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
11.
Garoppolo now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. And they hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ready. Hey, check mega. Ready.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium. Play action, Garoppolo. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen?
Here we go.
Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this returnable for Hill. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's a give up the middle.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Come on, set! Check field!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the ready.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Let's go now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Red, cycle. Black Ultra.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
John Franklin Myers, the run in there to drop him.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On the double.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Right.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting them to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Ready, break.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Strike.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Go set.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Okay, ready?
Tua, a final shot before half. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first down, Garoppolo. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, Hawkins.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
65.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Okay.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Yellow. Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. The kick by Sanders is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got this.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Garoppolo on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, gun.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. This is caught by Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. A gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here we go.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Here we go. Set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Down.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 58 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Here we go. Here we go. Black shot.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On the ready. Magic. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21. Here we go. Go ahead.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Miami, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.